And now, truly fascinating medical mystery. Imagine you wake up one morning with a foreign accent. I know everybody says initially, no, can't be true, can't be real. But it is called foreign accent syndrome. And doctors say it is a real condition. And ABC's Andrea Canning has someone new and a new story and details.
We do, Diane. And as you know, it is extremely rare and bizarre, but there are dozens of documented cases. We spoke to one woman in Washington who felt like she was suddenly transported to another country and even started speaking her own secret language.
They were all, when you run into them at the grocery store, they're like, they look at you a little strange, like, what's wrong with you? Why are you talking that way?
Cindy Lou Romberg sounds like she could be from any number of exotic countries around the world.
We will be in the grocery store, and someone will come up and they will say, oh, you have a beautiful accent, where are you from?
Which makes it all the more surprising that the 51-year-old grandmother has never left tiny Port Angeles, Washington.
The accent will be very Russian, or it will be very Swedish, or it will be very German.
Doctors say she has a rare brain disorder called foreign accent syndrome, or FAS. To give you an idea of how Cindy Lou used to sound, take a listen to her old voicemail.
Hi, leave me your name and your number with a tiny little message, and I'd be happy to get back to you just as quickly as I'm able. Thanks.
How do you feel when you hear that?
A little sad. A little sad. Yeah.
Do you miss it?
Well, you hear it. It's a little sassy voice, you know. It's a voice I have for, 49 years. And, it's a voice that I'm used to. It's the voice that I said I do to. It's the voice that I spoke to my grandchildren with, when they were first born.
So how does someone mysteriously go from this
I'd be happy to get back to you just as quickly as I'm able. Thanks.
to this?
Hello, it's Simi calling.
It traces back to a 1981 accident. Cindy Lou suffered a depressed skull fracture after falling out of a moving truck. She recovered from a severe brain injury, but 17 years later, after a visit to the chiropractor, she lost her voice for 2 days. When it came back, she was speaking with an accent.
She may have experienced a small episode of decreased blood supply to the brain during the manipulation that resulted in additional injury that caused the foreign accent.
Neuroscientist Dr. Julius Fredrickson says FAS comes from trauma to the left side of the brain responsible for speech, as you can see in this patient.
You can see this small white spot. It just so happens that the lesion hit in a crucial part of that brain speech network. A brain lesion in this area is likely to cause this syndrome.
Cindy Lou not only has a new voice, but saying her daughter's name, Sadriana, is impossible. Certain letter combinations are frustrating.
In the beginning, especially to say my sister Phyllis, it would come out Sheba.
She even claims to fluently speak other languages out of the blue.
If you've never been exposed to Russian or French or German, where are those words coming from?
I have no idea at all. None.
She didn't speak any of those languages during our interview, but we did hear these strange words. Sometimes she doesn't even know what she's speaking or how long it's going to last.
Some people hear this story and they immediately think, oh, she's faking. That's impossible. What's your response to that?
Until it happens to you, I guess you just shouldn't judge another person.
Frustrating for Cindy Lou, but something her husband Glenn has learned to take in stride.
Once we figured out medically now that there's nothing seriously wrong with her that we understand, it's okay with me. I don't mind the voice at all.
Neurologists back up Cindy Lou's claims, and an Oxford study has documented dozens of cases. In 2003, Cindy Langdor spoke about her FAS on GMA. After having a stroke, her Kansas accent went from this...
Hi, you've reached Langdon Productions. We're not in right now, or we may be on the phone.
...to sounding French.
This is the way I talk now.
Do you speak French?
No, I don't speak French.
You don't speak any French?
No, I have never spoke French.
This was Tiffany Roberts' voice before her stroke.
We want to say thank you to not only you, Russ, but also to Ron and Ron for signing another guitar today.
Now people think she's British.
That part of me died with the stroke. And no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get her back.
Since the original voice rarely returns, Cindy Lou has chosen to embrace her new accent, wherever it may be from.
The most important thing is that I'm healthy. When you look at the big scheme of things, this is a walk in the park.
Some FAS patients have had their old voices return. Doctors say can actually see the brain working overtime to repair itself from damage through increased blood flow to the neural areas in question. And sometimes it's successful. But Diane, the two women you interviewed 5 years ago, still.
Yes, I understand you all called them.
We
and
did.
When you called, they answered the phone in the accent, and that's 5 years later.
French and British.
Unbelievable.